Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. It is Sunday night already. Thanksgiving just passed. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, great holiday weekend. And now it's time to check out the market and see what's going to be going on. Crypto just pulled back. We'll get into that and everything else. So let's get into it. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody tonight? Here we go. That's our heat map. Well, that was our heat map. What it do? It hold on, let me pop it back up here. Oh geez, hold on one second. There we go. Now we have our heat map there. There you guys go. Sorry about that. It was up, but I don't know what happened. Anyway, let's get cruising. Hope you guys enjoyed Thanksgiving. It just flew right by. I mean, can you believe it's Sunday night already? We're looking at the market, getting ready for Monday morning here, and crypto just went red at like 7:30, 7:15ish. I was sitting there looking at it. I saw the stock cube. It just was like, and I don't know what just happened. I have no idea. I didn't see anything, but it just took a big nosedive right there. That's for sure. Obviously hitting the 20, bouncing back down. Probably just some healthy pullback, but it's a good pullback right there. Ethereum doing the same thing. They look like they wanted to get through that 20 right there. And now pulling back. Solana has that similar look as well. Ripple right here doing the exact same thing, and the rest of them, Doge and all. So it does look like crypto is going to be pulling back a hair is what it looks like. That's what the market looked like Friday. Let's go through and see what's going on and what we can get out of going into tomorrow. ONDS right here. Pulled back there on Friday. And as you can see, it had run up there first thing in the morning, then came dipping down and stayed down for most of the day there. So that was ONDS right there, but we'll be watching that one. And Open Door was down a little bit right there. So maybe we're going to see some pullback happening tomorrow morning, possibly, especially with crypto pulling back. That could be a little indicator right there. QMCO, it was up. And again, we're watching these things as they came way down, your quantum and computer hardware ones. And let's take a look, because RGTI was another one you want to keep an eye on. It's curling up really good right there. And then you have your QUBT up a little bit, about to hit that 20. So there you go. And I would say absolutely manipulation right there. Laptop travel, that's for sure. QBTS is D-Wave. And it was moving up, but again, they're hitting them MACDs. They might not be going through tomorrow. Now, looking at these QTUM, the Defiance Quantum ETF, and that did get right over that 20 in an interesting spot, that's for sure. QSI not looking too bad. That looks like it wants to run. I know QuantumScape's on our list somewhere, but just going over QSI and QuantumScape right there, another one setting up. Could have a little healthy pullback right there. We'll be keeping an eye on that. And IONQ is looking pretty good and looks like it wants to continue up, but obviously we'll be checking out the market in the morning. And here is your RCAT, Red Cat Holdings. And that thing is curled through, looking pretty good to try to run up. So we'll be keeping an eye on all these quantum and computer hardware. And here is your Z Space. And I mean, look at this thing. It leveled down here. It's back in the basement. Maybe it wants to get out and actually run, but that 20 is too high up for it. So I'm not exactly sure for that. And there you go for your quantum and computer hardware ones right there. And pals, December 1, 2025, 8 p.m. Humphrey Hawkins testimony can move markets sharply. I'm not even sure what that is there, but it sounds like it's tomorrow. Luis Rodriguez. So there you go. Let's see what the news say, and then let's continue to go through our list right here and see what's going to be good for tomorrow. Asian stocks fluctuate. Oil rises on OPEC move, and the oil rises after OPEC and meeting maintains current output. Stock futures are a little changed as traders get ready for the final month of the year. It certainly will be December 1st, tomorrow morning, guys. It will be the last month of the year, and we'll have to see how December gets kicked off. It looked like it wanted to start off well until crypto just took a big dip right there this evening. And these 5 charts hint at where stocks might go next after a wild November for the market. Final month of 2025 kicks off, and what to watch this week. So there you go. They were the news stories. And I know I can't believe we're entering December already either, guys. So it happens fast, and before you know it, you'll be opening Christmas gifts on Christmas morning. We just put up our Christmas tree today, and we're putting ornaments on it. So there you go. It happens so fast. And what, tomorrow, December 1st. So only 24 days left till Christmas, or whatever, 25, whatever there is. But anyway, there you go. And here we go. Let's roll right through our list and see what else is going on. Here's our healthcare one. UNH, it was just kind of hanging out there. And Oscar was just kind of hanging out after them big run-ups the other day. And here's your ABTC. It's been trying to set up, but look at all these red candles here. That might have told us something right there. That crypto wanted to probably dip down. We probably should have looked into that. Pew looks pretty good, though. Look at that. PEW trying to run up a little bit right there. So there's your Pew, and we'll keep an eye on that one. Actually does look pretty set up. And your net capital NCPL was dipping down. It was trying to get set up and looks like it's going to stay in that basement for a little bit. And PSQH right here was another one trying to get set up. So you keep an eye on that for a quick little pop-up. And we'll see if it can get through, but it is trying to get curled up right there and could get one of them quick runs. And BMNR was up on Friday there, looking pretty good, but hitting the 20, pulled back at the end of the day. I know that, but then it did jump up in the after hours. It was getting crazy there. As you can see, jumped up, pulled back, ran back up. But now Ethereum's pulling back. I have a feeling that this is going to be pulling back there tomorrow as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. And let's see what's going on there. Larry, how are you this evening? And BMNR. So we'll be watching that in the morning, and all these crypto ones, because obviously crypto, Bitcoin, all just took a big dip down right around 7:15, like I said. So it was interesting. I literally was sitting here doing some work and saw the stock cube just like literally turn red and saw the prices going down. I was like, wow, that's interesting. One of the first times I really ever witnessed it right on the stock cube, like live, I guess. So that was pretty interesting. I wish I would have been running up and not down, but I did see that SBET right here hitting that 20 as well. And I would have to say it's probably going to come down tomorrow, the way crypto looks. In UPXI right here, same situation. And that one's probably going to come down. So there you go with your crypto and ORBS. And this thing was finally trying to run up there a little bit on Friday. But look at these red candles. We should have probably known that they were going to be dipping down here. So that probably should have gave us an early indication anyway. And they're pulling back right here on Sunday evening. FGNX, this thing's been running up another 10% the other day. Look at that bad boy. And I called the bottom at 242. You're at 325 right now, looking real good. So there you go for your FGNX. We'll see what it can do tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And I'll be talking to Maya real soon again, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. And that is the CEO of FGNX. And let's keep on cruising right through. Let's see what the rest of this list is looking like. Like Nuclear, it was up on Friday. It was looking pretty good. And we'll have to see. It was up in the after hours right there for NKLR. I've been saying it looked good, and it does want to run. And then you had Galaxy right here, and this one could run with crypto though, so it was trying to cruise up there. It could hit that 20 and bounce back down and get set up. If crypto was running, I would say Galaxy would have been popping up tomorrow morning, but it looks like it could be pulling back. ASTS was looking really good, as a matter of fact, on Friday, and not looking too bad right there going into tomorrow. And again, we have to look at these bad boys tomorrow. And then you have your Kodak right here. And this thing, I'm telling you, this thing's getting set up too. Look at that big curl up right there. Let's see what it wants to do tomorrow if you're not in it yet. And if you are in it, it's been going up for you. You may not get through the MACD tomorrow. I don't know. It has that weird kind of look right there, I must say. It looks like it wants to, but it also looks like it could bounce off of it and come back down, so you can watch for a little dip right there. And that is Kodak, KODK. And then your TONX was trying to move a little bit on Friday, as crypto did look good, and TONX was starting to run up there. So there you go with that one. And that's obviously one we've watched for a little while and starting to roll. Excuse me, but now that crypto is just pulling back tonight, we'll have to see how these guys get set up in the morning. IMRX right here, this is solid, guys. I mean, this thing, they're curing like pancreatic cancer here, guys. So I would say you might as well just keep an eye on IMRX. this thing is probably going to keep continuing to go up there. And I know we will talk about it in the old Discord. Progressive G, I know he likes it. Ross, few other people, I like it. I think it looks really good right there. So keep your eyes on that one. And then IXX right here, good old Knicks. And this thing, like I said, Stock Authority was talking about this. We're in that bottom area now. So let's keep an eye on it. We've been watching it for a little bit now. Probably about 3 weeks or so, maybe 2 weeks. I don't remember. But we're definitely down here in a spot where it could get curled up. Not looking bad. LITM was running up a little bit on Friday and looking a lot better off that bottom. So keep an eye on that. That could get really cruising, that Snow Lake Resources. And let's see what else is going on with IVF, because this one was setting up after that reverse split. Remember, we talked about it and we said it was looking good after the reverse split. That's what you really want to see. And there you go. It ran up in the after hours. It ran up in the regular hours on Friday. So keep your eye on this on tomorrow. It could be a little momentum play there. We'll see how it plays out. As you can see, it was kind of hitting that 20. We'll see what happens if it can get through that MACD. The weekend did pass. Holiday weekend, if that. So the market closed early Friday. We'll see what happens with IVF, but it was definitely looking good. On Friday there, we were talking about that bad boy. We had been watching it anyway, and then we noticed that reverse split, and it looked good. So Tech running up a little bit right there, has a little resistance, so you could pop up to that 20, you could pop up right there to 305, and then kind of pull back a little bit, but not bad, getting set up to run a little bit further down the road. And Hertz right here looking pretty good. I would say that one's getting set up and could be a good one for tomorrow as well. So keep an eye on HTZ. It looks like it wants to start driving back up right there. And CMG, there's your Chipotle running back up. We had talked about this one for a little while, and we determined that the bottom was, and there you go. It is running back up. So there's Chipotle and Eli Lilly. Now might be a time to short this thing down. There you go. Finally coming back down, and look at it. Dipped down pretty good on Friday. See if it stays in the top there. But if it doesn't, I would assume it's going to be coming down pretty good. And here's your Cracker Barrel trying to run up, hitting that 20. You might have a little healthy pullback right there. And then you can get rolling right back up with Cracker Barrel, CBRL. And Lulu right here. Remember, I was early to the party on Lulu. This was running up on Friday some more. So there you go. And that was a big jumper. We looked at it right in this area right here. Now look at it. So that was a nice popper for good old Lulu. And how about your Boyle and your Gush right here? If I could type anything in, we'd be in good shape. But Boyle was up. I remember that on Friday. Now that I look at the chart, Boyle's been running. That's your natural gas. And Gush is your oil and gas. And that was up as well. So there you go with them. Did you guys see Ukraine hit Russia's like 2 oil tankers or something with these drones? Holy cow, you gotta watch a video on that thing. They just like explode. I mean, you want to talk about some big fireballs out in the ocean. That thing was wild right there. So yeah, if you didn't see that video, check that video out. That just happened, and that just put a lot of I'd say a lot of Russia's oil out of commission right there. That's for sure. And that's your Boyle and Gush. Just made me think of it, oil and gas right there. So we'll see if that actually has any plays a factor in any of the pricing here. I don't think so. I don't think we're even getting any oil from Russia right now or anything like that. So I'm not exactly sure. You guys know that. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on the stock chart. That's what we do know. And that's how we gauge everything, obviously. And look at this plug right here. Holy cow, you want to talk about getting set up and getting ready to plug away. I would say PLUG is looking pretty good to me right there. And QS, that QuantumScape, we looked at it earlier with the quantum ones, and it is trying to crawl up there. Not looking bad. We'll see how that opens up tomorrow. Rocket right here, Zach. Here we go. RKT was jumping up there Friday. Had been running up. Not looking bad. Still running up a little bit. So there you go. And then Home Depot and Lowe's. I told you them bad boys look good down there. And there you go. They had some nice dips and then ran right back up. LDI, that's getting set up right there. And then that house was still running up, but I'd be careful with that. That one's in the top. You could have a little run up on that. LDI looking pretty good to curl up there. House wants to curl up a little more in the top, but again, you're in the top, so you got to be careful with that. KVEU is the Tylenol maker. It's been looking good right there. So there you go with that. KVEU. And Rocket Lab right here looks really good, guys. And that thing wants to get rocking and rolling real soon and take a rocket up. So keep your eyes on RKLB because that's getting set up. And then this fig right here, I know Luis Rodriguez and Michael Anthony were liking this setup. It's still in the basement. It's just getting set up right here, like I was saying. It's trying to get out. Maybe you see a little bit of pullback right there, but this bad boy's getting set up and it will get running once it gets ready right there for FIG, Figma, and KRMN, Carmen Holding. And this thing had been running up the other day. It did run up on Friday, as you can see in the morning, and then pulled back. Looks like it dipped down there in the after hours for KRMN. And that's what it is looking like. Whoop, that's what I wanted to do over here. KRMN, and it is hitting that 20, so maybe you will get a little dip down on KRMN, but there you go with them guys. And BTGD is that Bitcoin, 100% stake Bitcoin, and your gold, and that's hitting the 20 right there. We'll be keeping an eye on them, and we'll obviously look at these tomorrow. Now that crypto's pulling back a little bit, and look at them. They all had that look right there. We should have based it off of that going into the weekend, I would say, because they did have that look like they were going to be curling down. And BMNU right here, that is running up in the after hours as well as in the regular hours, but I'm not so sure it's going to be running up tomorrow morning with Ethereum dipping down. And there's JNUG in gold. Holy cow, look at this stuff. It is ripping right there, looking real good, running back up with no problem. And there you go with that. Here's your GDXJ as well. And that was popping up there, so you can keep an eye on gold. Them three look really good. And, of course, your silver is looking really good, too. Remember I was saying silver was looking real good? Well, that's why. Look at that thing, up over 5% there. So silver and gold looking really good. And REMX, this is that one that Luis Rodriguez mentioned, Earth Strategic Metals ETF. And this thing's looking pretty good right there. So keep an eye on that. There you go with REMX. And Duty's attacks make Putin more or less likely to accept the terms of a peace deal. That's what I don't understand, Laptop Travel. Glad you brought that up because they just keep bombing the shit out of each other anyway. It's not like Putin stopped. He's been, I think, like they just had this big attack and all these people are without power now in Ukraine, like even more people in the last few days, obviously. And so, yeah, they're just going back and forth, that's for sure. So I would say I guess they're going to battle up until they actually do get a peace deal, or no peace deals even in the works, or I have no idea. Speaking of which, let's look at KYIV. That's at Kyiv, and it is pulling back right there. It had looked really good last week, and now it doesn't look so hot. So we'll keep an eye on that. KYIV, and that is supposed to be with the old Ukraine one. I don't know exactly what the heck they do, but there you go with that. And let's keep on cruising right along. And that was our gold and silver and REMX looking good. And let's see how fun it is with this at Six Flags, because that was curling up. We had picked out the bottom right there. And you could have a little bit of pullback here as it gets set up a little bit more. So, again, could see a little pullback coming tomorrow. Circle was running up, and that was making a pretty good move. So I would say keep an eye on Circle tomorrow. That could still circle up and run on a little momentum right there. And that CWAN, we're waiting for that one to get this buyout. I mean, look at this thing curling up. I think tomorrow's your buyout, guys, on this bad boy. So if you weren't in it, you might want to look at it. We all have it from the Discord. And it does look really good right there, I must say. It's been hovering in that top, and it looks like it wants to jump up there. So there you go. It's CWAN, so keep an eye on that. That could be a good one right there. And your Rich Tech Robotics right here, not looking bad, hitting the 20. We'll see if that wants to continue up tomorrow. And Serve Robotics doing the same thing, although it looked like Serve got over it a little bit. I'm not so sure. Let's take a better look at Serve Robotics here. Now hitting that 20. And like I said, these ones that are hitting the 20 are mainly pulling back right there. KWM is at K-Wave Media. This is a penny one down here, and that is getting set up. So keep an eye on that. And I know I was telling you guys the other day, ICU, it was on Thursday's list. Remember, I said ICU was going to get out of the. I remember I was writing it down somewhere. It did pop up somewhere, so I know that it was popping up there. I know I had written it down the other day, and there you go at ICU. That one could continue to run. Look at it, trying to get moving a little bit. So keep an eye on that ICU right there. And let's see what else is going on right here. Celius, CELH, and that thing had been getting set up, crossing through the MACD a little bit. And like I said, we'll see what it can do. And ELF is looking pretty good right there going into the holiday season. So there you go. ELF getting out of the old basement and not looking too bad for ELF, ELF, ELF Beauty. And there you go with that one. So a couple good ones on that list. Let's look at these ones. These ones are reverse splitting right here. Laptop Travel was saying, and KXIN. And let's see, he said this one was going to split relatively soon. So there's a share consolidation. Keep an eye on that. It's way down there. So I'll keep these on the list. Wheeler right here. And that one had recently reverse split not long ago in September. And looks like you said they're going to do it again right there. So we'll see when they want to. And that's WHLR. And let's see what NIVF is up to. We were looking at this new gen, whatever it is. And this one's way down there. That actually doesn't look too bad right there. So I'm not sure when they're going to do it. And what is that? MBRX right here, Malkin Biotech. And they look like they had earnings not too long ago, and it is dipping down in a pretty good spot. So not sure. And they did announce their reverse split right there, so that should be coming up soon. And there you go. So there you are, Laptop Travel with a few reverse splits, and I would say keep an eye on them. We know they like to get popping after the reverse split, that's for sure. And let's take a look, speaking of Laptop Travel, Jolie's Jams and Laptop Travel list and the rest of our list here. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. And there is a football game on. It's the Broncos and Commanders. I don't even know what's going on, to be completely honest, which I have it on, but it looks like it's at a commercial. So here, let me hop over and tell you what's going on. I think they already started. It should have probably just started, I would assume, but maybe not. I don't even know. No, 8:20. I think it's going to start now. Yeah, here it comes. So I guess the game's going to start now. So you got your Broncos and Commanders coming on right now. So NFL and some good games. You had your NFL games on Thursday. You had an NFL game on Friday. The Eagles lost at home, and that was crazy. And that was pretty wild to see a Black Friday football game. And then you have your football games tonight and all day today. So, yeah, plenty of football. And then college football has been really good lately. If you're into that, so a lot of good sports there. Giants and Patriots Monday night. And I would have to assume the Patriots might smash them, right? Because Giants aren't doing so well. And the Patriots are playing pretty damn good right now. So, there you go. And here we go. Let's go through our Jolie's Jams, Laptop Travel. Let's keep you updated on the game. It's going to start soon. And let's look at rhythm, and we'll stay in our rhythm and keep on cruising here. And that one had been crawling up, and it looks like it flatlined when it got on the bottom in the MACD right there. So we'll have to take a look at that one tomorrow. Blink's trying to get crawling back up. I would say BLNK getting set up right there, so you can keep an eye on that one. And let's see what else is going on with our Jolie's Jams, because I think Sezzle is going to be sizzling right here, and we know that one can definitely run. So you might want to keep an eye on SEZL, good old Sezzle right there. And that one we know runs big and runs fast, that's for sure. And that's Sterling right here. Let's see tomorrow. I have a feeling that Sterling could get running tomorrow, so you might want to keep an eye on that one. We know that likes to run a lot. And look at that thing trying to get set up. And we know as soon as it dips down, it always bounces right back up. And it has pretty big run up. So STRL, you can watch that one in the morning. And I'll keep an eye on it as well. And look at Rivian just ripping up there. Rivian going pretty strong right now. And Symbiotic had run up on the earnings, a little bit of healthy pullback. But that Rivian is running up there, RIVN. and symbiotic little healthy pullback. So there you go with your Joe Lee's jams, and thank you, Asian Joe Lee. And let's see what our laptop travel list is doing. It's a pretty big list. I tried to consolidate them. I'll be honest with you. There's a ton of good ones, almost every single one. So I'll just cruise right through, show you the setups because they're all pretty good. So here we go. You can keep in notes and see what they look like. Here's that Mustang Bio. It was running up on Friday. It looks like it wants to continue with some momentum. So keep an eye on that. And then your WKSP Worksport right here had been running up Friday as well. A little healthy pullback, but not looking bad right there. NCI, you might want to keep an eye on this Neo concept. And that has that kind of look getting onto the 20 and a weird look right there. So keep an eye on NCI. And this one looked pretty good too, Tantech. And this is a China one, a bunch of little China ones right here. But this was curling up on Friday. It's through the 20. It still looked pretty good right there for TANH. And let's see what ANGH is doing right there. And it's kind of just flat, nothing too much. BGI, that one is trying to get set up. It looks like it's a Burks group right here. You can see it's in that channel, trying to get through the MACD. And then you have your BTBG. Is that what that is or something? BTBD. That's what it was. BT Brands. And that looks like it wants to continue up. It was up over 6% and looks like it could continue up. CING, Singulate. This looks really good to bounce off that trend line right there. So definitely keep an eye on CING. And how about Devs right here, DevStream? And that's curling up. Look at that. It was up 15% and looks pretty good right there. So keep an eye on DEVS, and HAO is another one of these China small caps running up Friday. Not looking bad. We'll have to see how it opens tomorrow. And Jet AI right here, JTAI, is just kind of flat a little bit, but just hanging out right there. And this Kala, KALA, this had been running up last week. We know that, and it might have some more in it. So keep an eye on that in the morning. Maybe you can catch that one early in the morning right there. And here's your MSGY. It had been going up slowly but surely. You might be getting topped out right there. So we'll have to watch that one. And Onco right here, not looking bad. This thing looks like it was trying to curl up. It was over almost 20% right there and getting into that channel for ONCO, PTIX, protangenic, something like that. I don't know what the hell it's called. And yeah, anyway, this thing looking pretty decent. I know that the chart looks pretty good right there, but I would definitely look at that in the morning. In RDHL, I know that's a biopharm in Israel. RDHL, Red Hill Biopharma, and that thing looks like it's trying to curl up. Look at that in that channel off the 20, so it could get cruising. And again, holiday weekend. And just a little odd look. SER, this was rolling on Friday, hitting a little trend right there. So see what that can do. And TIRX right here is another one of them China small caps that's trying to curl up. So some of the small cap China ones looking pretty good right there. And there you are with your laptop travel list. And he said his gift right here, MTDR, Matador Resources. And that does look really good right there. So keep an eye on MTDR. I could see that one running early in the morning right there, laptop travel. So I'm sure your 4 a.m. warriors will be keeping an eye on that bad boy. And the game is on. It just started. And it looks like the Broncos are starting out with the ball right there. So it is Denver and Washington. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. Let's keep on cruising right along. That was your laptop travel list, your Joe Lee's Jams, if you're just tuning in here. And now we'll get to our SPY Mag 7 big caps, see what they look like going into tomorrow, and see what else is looking good. And here we go. And of course, we'll get to everything that you guys want to see. And your Apple right here had been up. Not looking bad. I'd say Apple actually doesn't look too bad right there. Amazon looking pretty good. Not that Amazon, but that one right there. It was up over $4. And that thing was looking pretty decent. So keep an eye on that right there. Trying to set up. Google, just a little bit of healthy pullback. It could stay in the top, honestly. We'll have to see tomorrow how the market opens. And then your Meta had been running up and looks like it wants to continue up there, guys. So keep an eye on Meta. That looks like it's pretty good to go right there. Microsoft was trying to get set up. That looks like it wants to get rolling right there. The video was down, and that thing's going to get set up. Look at it pulling back a little bit. Let it pull back. We'll catch that bottom. And Tesla right here, not looking too bad. So there you go. And I would say your Meta and your Apple and then your Microsoft looking pretty good. Tesla not looking bad right there. And there's your Mag 7. And let's see what AMC's doing. That was up right there, looking pretty good. GameStop, look at that thing. Remember, I told you GameStop was going to get ripping. And that thing did pop up there. We'll see what it wants to do tomorrow morning. Obviously, we got to see what the whole market wants to do tomorrow morning. But Chewy was looking pretty good as well. It looks like it wants to try to roll up. And Unity getting set up there. So all of them look good right there. Netflix, like I said, that's a good opportunity after that split happened, and you can catch it down here at the 107. It was all the way up here at the 114s, 115s, and we had it down here at the 104. So, like I said the other day, that was a good opportunity. AVGO, look at that thing, ran way back up there. Holy cow, that thing looks like it wants to continue up. And MU trying to roll up there. So, keep your eyes on AVGO, MU right there, and then your TSM. All these bad boys are looking pretty good. Janica, how are you this evening? Yeah, your TSM and then your SMCI. All of these look really good. Look at these guys getting set up. So I have a feeling all these are going to get running. Here's your AMD getting curled up, looking pretty good right there. QCOM not looking bad, and that's curling up. So obviously we have to see what they look like in the morning, but they look pretty good right there, that's for sure. And here is Snow trying to curl back up. It looked like it bottomed out the other day on there, and that was it's 228.58, and now you're at 251 right there. What did I say that was? 228. Damn, that went up that much already. And there you go. Michael Berry's going to short game. Uh-oh. And there you go. He's going to short GameStop, huh? When's he going to do that? When it hits up here at the 50 or up here? Is that what he said? He said he's making a big announcement, he stated. There you go. He's going to short GameStop. I just had options on it, so I'll get out of them. I don't know. But, hey, my options are way up. I know that. That's for sure. And I did say it was going to be popping there, and it just went up pretty well. Anyway, that's your GameStop and them guys. And let's see what else is going on. And let's see, PayPal, that's where we were, and that thing's getting set up really nice to go into the end of the year. And Intel right here, look at that big run up on Intel. You might have a good momentum play on INTC tomorrow on Intel. That looks pretty good to continue its way up right there for INTC. And let's see what Dell is doing right here, DELL. And that thing was just kind of hanging out there on Friday after it had tried to run up after its earnings the other day. And we'll see what's going on. Joseph Levy, how are you? And everybody else that's hanging out this evening. Everybody's tuning in here. And I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving, hanging out with the family and seeing friends and everybody else. And obviously goes by way too fast. That's for damn sure. It's already Sunday night. We're already done Thanksgiving, and tomorrow's December 1st. And we'll be getting ready for Christmas now. So pretty wild, that's for sure. I'm not going to lie about that. But there's your Dell, and your IBM is right here and was cruising up. And that looks really good, guys. So I would say keep an eye on IBM tomorrow. That looks pretty good as well. And Palantir and Sophie not looking bad right here. I would say you can keep an eye on both of them tomorrow. Sophie looking a little better, I must say. But both of them look pretty good. Matter Riot, they all look pretty good going into the weekend. We'll have to see how they look now. Obviously, with crypto pulling back pretty big this evening, about an hour 15 minutes ago, it just started pulling back. I was sitting here just watching it. I was like, whoa, what the heck's going on? And your Clean Spark right here had run up pretty big the other day, and we nailed that one on the earnings as well in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you should be definitely checking it out. We're in there twice a day live trading, and I give you out these beauties nonstop, guys. I mean, I don't really post as much because we're in there just live trading. So if you just want to see what's going on, hop on in there and check it out. And obviously, if you have any questions, give me a shout, because the Discord, I'm telling you, 2026, we're going to make it an unbelievable year for everybody. So it's going to be awesome. I know a lot of people are starting to understand the options, how it all works. and all that good stuff. People that had no idea what they were even looking at a month or two ago are now running up their accounts, looking great and doing well. So that's how you have to do it. You got to start somewhere, and you start small. And when you get guided the right way, you can do well in the market. And like I say, I help you avoid all the mistakes that I've made throughout the 25 plus years that I've been doing it. That's for sure. So yeah, we try to avoid all that nonsense. That's the best way to start. And micro strategy right here. We'll see what that looks like in the morning as well. And it looks like Denver just kicked a field goal, so they're on the board. It's 3-0 right there. And there's 10:28 left in the first quarter. So Washington's going to be getting the ball, and we'll see what they can do with the ball right there. So yeah, they're down 3-0, and Denver kicked the field goal. So strategy down, and Hood was up a little bit, but again, they didn't look too great right there. And we'll see what's going on. Coinbase was up a little bit, hitting that 20 and 50 right there. And then your Webull right here. Obviously, we're loving our Webull. That one looking pretty decent on your 20 as well. So we'll have to see how that opens up tomorrow and what that wants to do. Space has been looking good, guys. I'm telling you, look at it running up there. Like I've been saying, SPCE looking really good. And let's see what else is going on here. SPCE, and then our Boeing and DJT, and that Boeing getting set up too. DJT trying to get set up. It did come out of the basement. It's in the 20. We'll see if it can move tomorrow. Nike right here, not looking bad. Like I said, Lulu was popping up already. And let's see what McDonald's is doing. It was dipping down a little bit, but has been running up. Could continue its way up with no problem. And your Disney right here, Luis Rodriguez. Look at that. I think you are trying to get running up there, but we'll see if it definitely wants to get curled through. Oxy right here looking pretty good. And ExxonMobil is looking pretty good, spiked up right there. DXYZ still trying to get set up. It was up a little bit right there. On Friday, that was actually a pretty good spike up. Hitting the MACD. We'll see what happens with DXYZ. And there you go with our list. And Galt right here, Joseph Levy. And let's see, GALT just kind of bouncing around. Could pull back. It was up in the after hours. Let me take a better look, because it looked like it wanted to pull back right there a little bit. And let me see. It does look like it wants to pull back, GALT. I'll jot it down and see what it wants to do in the morning for you. And there you go. I'll look at that in the morning show. And Buru right here wasn't looking bad. That's like a penny stock now. It was curling up. I had that on the penny list, hitting the 20. So we'll have to see what that one wants to do right there. And let's see what else is going on this evening. That's what our market looks like. That's our Mag 7 big caps and SPY and all them. And our laptop travel list, our Jolie's jams and everything else. Let's just see what the Qs were doing. They were up on Friday. It says it was down the after hours a little bit. They're trying to get through the MACD. We'll see what happens. And their IWM had been running up pretty well too. It's already crossed through and trying to move. And then your SPY right there also crossed through trying to move. So there you go. And let's see what else is going on. Let me see. Added ELF and PayPal to your model portfolio for the Discord. ELF is rocketing overnight, is it really? And so there you go. ELF looking pretty good right there. And we did talk about ELF the other day, saying it was going to be good for the holiday season. And there you are. No sooner did you say that. ELF was up 3.71%. Now it has corrected to a mere 0.43% right now. Wow, how crazy is that? Laptop travel. And We Buy right here. Here's a couple other ones from Luis Rodriguez. And oh wow, We Buy looking really good right there, I must say. Yeah, I'd say We Buy is looking good. WBUY. WBUY, We Buy right there, Singapore. And it is jumping up. It was jumping up in the after hours. So watch that one, laptop travel in the morning. And we did look at our IVF looking good off of that reverse split already. So we'll keep an eye on that. Domino's Pizza, look at this thing continuing to go up and looking pretty good. The chart looks decent. The pizza doesn't, but the chart does. Lulu was going up. We looked at that. SMCI looking really good right there. So you definitely want to be keeping an eye on that. This light right here, Luis Rodriguez, holy cow. This thing just continues to run up. I don't even know what the heck it is. And it just continues to go. LITE, Lumentum Holdings or something. And yeah, look at that thing. And I think that one's going to run up some more right there tomorrow. Circle was looking good to circle up some more. It was running up Friday. STRK. I don't even know what that is. You mentioned that the other day. What the heck is that? I looked at it and I don't even know. Is it this one? Strategy? I know that there's one. Um, I know there's a crypto one. I know that for a fact because I've traded it before. STRK. It's like Stark or something, I think. And I don't even see it on here with the Coinbase. I'm pretty sure it's on Coinbase as well. If I remember correctly, I don't even see it. There's Kraken. There's Coinbase right there. And it's STRK. It's like Stark or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure which one that is. STRK. I saw you post that the other day. I looked at it and said I didn't know what that was. CBRL is obviously our cracker barrel right there. We've been looking at, and Chipotle going up for us. Bit Farms right here. Keep an eye on BITF. That one looks like it's trying to jump up, curling through, looking pretty decent. And then your silver SLV. This might be a great play for tomorrow. And TerraWolf was looking pretty good, hitting a little resistance. So we'll have to see what's going on with them guys. And how are you, Larry? And gold, let's see. Well, that's Barrick Mining, and that one's running up a little bit. And SOXS right here is your semiconductor bear. And let's see what that's doing. Overnight, running in the overnight, laptop travel said. So we have to keep an eye on that. And that could mean the market is a little bit red right there. It must be rolling off that MACD for your SOXS right there if it's up like that. And Larry, SLV right there, silver definitely looking really good. I would say keep your eye on silver for tomorrow. MP Materials, MP, the stock ticker MP Materials Corp. And this thing is looking pretty good, I must say. We had looked at these the other day when they were trying to get set up, and I do think MP and these guys are trying to run around. And I think they might have a little setup period, but you'll probably catch these bottoms and they'll be running up. So watch for that. And then your USAR, that looks really good right there, setting up. So keep an eye on that one right there. I like that look right there. Larry looking pretty good. MicroStrategy is trading at 170 on the Bitcoin dip right there. So let's see, MSTR. Oh, wow, it is dipping down, huh? Down $8. So that's a pretty good pullback for good old strategy in the overnights. And there's your crypto right there. And look at it. It's nice and red. I don't even know what the heck happened. It just started dipping down at like 7:15. I have no idea. Bitcoin correction was precisely at midnight, Europe markets. That's pretty wild. Yeah, it was like 7:15 area. I was just watching it and it just came pulling back. It was kind of bizarre. And the Bitcoin drop this evening is likely due to a lack of new buying volume to absorb the ongoing selling pressure from nervous macro investors and long-term holders taking profits right there. Luis Rodriguez, bull in ASTS, getting slapped down in the overnight hour trading, so that's not good. Good old bull getting beat down there, so we don't like that. And let's see what else is happening here. FRSH, good old fresh right here. Fresh works. We should like this one. And let's see. I do like that. That's looking pretty good right there. FRSH. I'd have to say we have to keep an eye on that one right there. Luis Rodriguez, FRSH, Fresh Works software application looking pretty good. So let's see what else is going on here. And you're liking FISV. So let's see what that is. I think we looked at it last week. Fire something. FizzServe. That was it. And I remember looking at it. Wow, that's looking pretty good too, Luis Rodriguez. I like that to set up. FISV. I'm sorry. FISV right there. Looking really good. Keep an eye on that one. And that is looking pretty healthy, I must say. So I do like that. And let's see what else is going on. All reverse splits split on Monday. So them reverse split ones we were looking at, they do split tomorrow. Giants and Patriots tomorrow night. And the Commanders and Broncos are on now. It is 3-0. Denver's in the lead, 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Washington has the ball right around the 50-yard line right there. So that is what the game is doing, Janica. MTDR we were looking at. And you were saying that Michael Berry's going in a short game. He's making a big announcement, Joseph Levy. So that's interesting. And Galt and Buru we were looking at. Walk right here. That one's been running up after the reverse split. Look at this thing running up some more. And look, it reverse split, and it's just been running there. So you keep an eye on that WOK in the morning. STRK is the ticker for Strategies Inc. Oh, so it did say something like that over here. It did say that strategy. Okay, so that's the one you're talking about. All righty. It doesn't come up on FinViz. It comes up over on the old Trend Spider there. So STRK. And yeah, there you go. So that is a strategy one. So thank you, Laptop Travel. STRK is the ticker for Strategies Inc. 8% Series A perpetual. Strike preferred stock, whatever that even means. I have no idea, but that's what it is right there. And there you go. That's what we're looking at. Let me see what else is going on. Somebody had wanted to see VEEE, and let me take a look at that V, and that's at Twin Power Cats or something like that. It's recreational things, recreational vehicles. And that thing was running up there on Friday. Good old V. Let's see what's happening right here with VEEE. Look at that. That's a lot of crazy spike action right there. It could run up some more in the morning. I'm not going to lie with that look. It could continue that momentum. That's for sure. Let's see what else is going on over here in our stock twits world. If anything is trending, let me take a look real quick. Hold on. And also, Polymark, it looks like the Fed decision is going to be a rate cut 0.25 in December. Look at that thing all the way up there at, what is it, 89% right now. So I would say that's cruising. And yeah, you got your Bitcoin Ripple and all them guys. Strategy right now, it actually says, well, that could have been from Friday. No, because everything else is pulled back with their normal price. For some reason, it says strategy still at 178. I don't know why, Luis Rodriguez, but SLV looking pretty good right there. The SPY looks like a SPY could be up in the over hours. I don't even know. I'll look. Alt right there, SMX. Let's look at that one real quick and see what that's up to. I know somebody wanted to see that. That had run up huge on Friday right there, getting pumped, hitting the 50 right there. I don't know. You got to be careful with this thing. It's obviously one of these pump jobs right there. I know Tim Skies was talking about it, and once he gets involved, these things get pumped up there like crazy. That's for sure. So just definitely be careful with that. And let's see what else is going on over here. ALT, we were looking at this the other day before it started to try to run up there. Remember Altimmune? I was talking about it down here, and it started to run up there. Actually, it was right around the earnings, I remember. And we were saying it was looking good. It's in the top right now. Check out this one, Savara right here. This one's pretty good. Look at that spike up on Friday. So check out that. I don't know what they have going on, but that one did spike up pretty well there Friday. You can take a look at that in the morning as well. Let me see what else is going on over here. I think we got to all that good stuff. We did our Fed decision and all that and our news stories. I think we got to everything pretty quick tonight. And again, we'll go through everything in the morning at 7 a.m. to see what the market looks like. But crypto is pulling back right here. So it kind of concerns you if the markets are going to pull back with it. They don't necessarily have to, but they can. That's for sure. We do know that. So we'll be watching out for that one. That's what we'll be watching in the morning. STRK is structured like a hybrid between, I'm just going to pop this up there. Between a bond and a call option, offering a steady stream of dividend income while also providing upside potential through its conversion rights to common stock. So that's what that STRK is. You keep an eye on that. It is pretty interesting looking. I'll check it out tomorrow and see what that's up to. And that's what the market looks like, guys. I would say not too bad. And again, we'll be on at 7 a.m. for our pre-market show to see exactly what the market's going to look like. Crypto is probably still going to be down, I would assume, in the morning, but we'll see if the market wants to actually continue to go up there, if it tries to mirror crypto and pull back a little bit. So I'm curious as to see that. So I'll be up early to check that out to see what's going on in the market. And there you go with that. I'll do the night note, put that in the old Discord. So if you have any questions about Discord, hit me up, feel free. Or questions about anything, as a matter of fact, feel free to reach out, shoot me a DM on X, and I respond to everybody. And that is what we have for a Sunday night. You guys can go enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend as it flew right by. I mean, holy cow. It was a half a day Wednesday, or Friday, half a day Friday. And we got done a little early, and now all of a sudden it's Sunday night, and we're cruising into December 1st tomorrow morning, guys. So that is what's going on in the market. And like I said, crypto just pulling back a little bit. Larry, no problem. Thank you for hanging out, and everybody else. I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out, and also contributing and shooting some messages over and asking to see some stocks. It makes everything fun, and that's why we always like to do the show. We do it every single Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. And then we do our pre-market show at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. So we cover the market twice a day for the most part and know exactly what's going on. And don't forget the Elf on the Shelf cones out. Oh, yeah. For those of you that have kitties, we didn't do that just yet. But there you go, Joseph Levy. So, yeah, guys, don't forget your Elf on the Shelf right there. If you're doing all that good stuff and or mensch on the bench if you're Jewish. That's pretty funny. I've never seen that before. I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. But there you go. So yeah, we got to start doing the elf. Like I said, we just actually put up the Christmas tree, and Dougie was decorating and putting up all the ornaments. Hilarious. The very bottom branch and like this one 3-foot area, there's got to be like 20 ornaments in it, because that's like where he was perfect, like just sitting there putting it. It's the best. Well, we just obviously left it like that. And so yeah, the one part of the tree in the bottom is like just loaded with ornaments, and then the rest of it has just a normal amount. So it is pretty funny, but he was having a blast, that's for sure. And we do have the Christmas tree up already. Well, I won't say already. It's December 1st already tomorrow. So crazy stuff right there, guys. That's for sure. And obviously, all information presented here is for educational and information purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Again, thank you for hanging out, tuning in. Be sure to follow along on X, YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. Hit the like button on your way out of here. And I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving weekend. And there you go. So we'll wrap it up a little bit early, being a holiday weekend. We'll be on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and you guys can go enjoy the game. And I think it's still 3-0. I don't know. They're just showing some commercials or showing something. I don't even know what the heck they're showing right there. But anyway, there is the football game. The Broncos and the Commanders, and the Broncos are still up 3-0 and still in the first quarter right there with about 3 minutes left. So you guys can go enjoy that as well. And then we'll be back tomorrow morning to enjoy the market, see what it's going to do, how it's going to open, what crypto is going to do, and what's going to happen going into our December, our last month of 2025. How crazy is that, guys? And we'll be going into 2026 real soon. So I'm telling you, if you're not in the Discord, you should probably be looking to get into it. It's going to be life-changing. I'm telling you guys, we are going to absolutely destroy it in 2026. I told you guys exactly what the plans were for the last couple months, and I'd say we've been on point. People have learned exactly how to do the options. Everybody's getting on the same page, and now it's time to really start ripping the best opportunities and killing it. So there you go, everybody. And Laptop Travel, he'll be on at 4 a.m. in the old Discord with the 4 a.m. Warriors. So be sure to check that out. And also check out Laptop Travel's newsletter. It's really, really good. And it's super cheap. I'm telling you, it's like dirt cheap, like the cost of a cup of coffee each day. And he gives you some valuable information all the time. I enjoy it. And I read it as much as I can read. That's the most I read, I bet, is the Laptop Travel newsletter, I have to say. So again, my reading's not that great, guys, but I do try to get through it, and I feel like it might help me out a little bit. Why I sit there and try to struggle reading and comprehend anything, but it does it can't hurt, that's for sure. So I do try to read the Laptop Travel newsletter. Sometimes they'll send out like 2 in a day. It's pretty wild, but they are really good, I'll tell you that. So there you go, check that out as well, and everything else there. So follow along on, like I said, X, Instagram, YouTube, follow Laptop Travel, and we're in the Discord doing our thing. So any questions about that, let us know. And there you go, everybody. That's our Sunday night in the market going into December 1st. And we only have, what, 1 month left, and we'll be turning the year going into 2026. And we got to just destroy the market going in. So starting tomorrow, going into next year, and then all of next year, we just destroy it going into the Discord. So be sure to be in there because it's going to be a lot of fun. I know some people have already been having a lot of fun in there. There's people that make 1,000% gains. Trust me, in like the years, it's crazy. It's wild what goes on in that Discord. We do have an amazing Discord, and you get so many valuable things and people in there. So check it out. Any questions, again, hit me up. And there you go, Laptop Travel, Joseph Levy, Larry, and Robin, and everybody else like Janica and Louis Rodriguez, and Doge Mama 9, and of course, Asian Joe Lee, and everybody else tuning in. Thank you so much for hanging out this evening on this Sunday. We'll just cut out a little bit early. Michael Anthony will probably be hopping on right now. That Kramer's probably ending, but we'll end early, being a holiday weekend. You guys can go enjoy the rest of the Broncos Commanders game right there. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. We'll be up early tomorrow, 7 a.m. right here, and we'll go through the market and see what's going on. So there you go, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the morning. Have a good night, everybody.